Hey, what's going on, everyone? I'm Wes, and we're taking forces on that are beyond our reality. In this video today, we are getting into Mythos by Torchlight by Chaosium. That is just hit D&D Beyond with our subclass tier ranking review. So up on your screen, you are going to see my standards for the rankings and what they mean. Let's get into it. Path of the Spell Scorn, Barbarian. So, starting things off at level 3, Instinctual Divination. When you take the study actions to make an Intelligence Arcana or Intelligence Religion check, you can make a Wisdom Survival check instead. Pretty cool. Then you're also going to get Spellhammer. Once per turn while your rage is active, you can deal double your rage damage. Bonus to the target you hit with a strength-based attack. If the target has legendary actions, can cast spells, or was summoned, you can deal triple your rage damage. Triple your rage bonus damage instead. Then you're also going to get Spell Shield. While your rage is active, you radiate a 30-foot aura. This emanation originates from you, and while your allies in it, taking a bonus to saving throws against spells equal to your rage. Then you're level 6, you're going to get Sunder the Weave. You always have Counterspell prepared. You can even cast it while you're raging. Your spellcasting ability is your strength, and you can cast it without a spell slot. So when you cast it as part of the reaction, you can also run up to the creature and make a weapon attack. You can use this once per long rest, short or long rest. Then level 10, you're going to get Bolstering Howl. When you or another creature you see takes damage, you can use a reaction and grant them resistance to that damage. In addition, they gain resistance to that damage type for the rest of the turn. Then at level 14, you're going to get Dimensional Duel. This is going to let you cast Banishment while you're raging on up to 3 targets, and then you can banish yourself with them because they're not going to have the incapacitated condition. Instead, you're going to be in there in the demi-plane, brawling it out with them, and you can do this, I think, once per long rest as well. So, Spell Shield starting off at 30 feet right at level 3 is ridiculous and should be toned down. I would reduce it to 10 feet and have it grow over time like a Paladin aura. Other than that, I would say this is A tier. That one feature really does push it to S tier. +2, then 3, 4, 5 to your ally saving throw against spells. That is strong. College of Drama, Bard. Level 3, Tragic Hero. If you fail a saving throw, choose other creatures you can see within 60 feet of yourself, and each of the other creatures gain a bonus to their saving throws, equal to your charisma modifier, against the same effect, though. So, like, if you get fireballed, everyone around you gets a bonus, but you have to fail. Also, at level 3, 1 life, many rolls. As a bonus action, you can cast Disguise Self on yourself. And when you do so, if you take the appearance of someone like that you saw, or like that you just saw, you can adopt their mannerisms and even their voice. You can do this once per short or long rest. Then at level 6, you're gonna gain Stage Direction. When a creature that you can see would normally roll one of your Bardic Inspiration die, you can just take they can just take the highest number instead. You can also do this number of times equal to your charisma modifier, and that is once per long rest. Level 14, you're going to gain Assemble the Troop. When you cast Disguise Self on yourself, you can actually cast it on up to 6 other creatures. You determine their appearance, and if they are making a charisma check, they get a bonus equal to your charisma modifier. So it's like Mislead, or no, not the, what's the bigger one? Not Mislead. What's the one for the whole party? Oh my god, I can't remember the name of the spell. Anyway, it's like insert spell name here. And if you have something like a who's the Day Wander, they're gonna get a super bonus. Anyway, you're also gonna get Grand Finale. As an action, you can, when a creature up within blah blah blah. English. Sorry guys. You're also gonna get Grand Finale. As a magic action, choose up to 2 other creatures within 60 feet that you can see or hear. Each of the chosen creatures can immediately take an action on your turn, on this turn. Use this feature, you can't do so till you take a long rest. Disguise Self is one of my favorite spells, and you get it for free. On top of that, you get a little buffed version of it, saves you the actor feat, pairs even better with the actor feat. If this is the type of play you're going for, this is an A tier bard, because everything you want to do, you can do. On top of that, you can make your allies better passively. So yeah, A tier bard. Apocalypse Domain Cleric. Alright, Apocalypse Domain spells. The only spell I'm really going to talk about is Doom, because that's going to let you use a bonus action to target a creature. They have to fail a charisma save, and then after that, for a minute, whenever they take damage, you can use your reaction, and instead of whoever damaged them rolling, they just take max damage. Yeah, it's crazy. At level 3, you're also going to get Visions of Annihilation. As a bonus action, you choose a creature within 120 feet of you, so at the start of your next turn, whenever that creature rolls an attack, they have advantage. And you can use that Wisdom modifier times per day. You're going to see a lot of Wisdom modifier times per day here, and a lot of bonus action uses from this Cleric. You're also going to get Doom Song. As a bonus action, you can expend one use of your Channel Divinity to choose a creature in 120 feet of yourself, and for 10 minutes, attack rolls against that creature score a crit on a 19 or 20. So this is your first ability is for an ally, this one's for like an enemy. Then level 6, you're going to get All Will Be Dust. As a bonus action, again, bonus action, you expand the use of your Channel Divinity. Choose a creature at 120 feet. That creature has disadvantage on the next saving throw against the spell before the end of your next turn. Level 17, Life Beyond Death. When you or an ally within 120 feet are about to make death saving throws, you can expand the use of a spell slot, no action required, to heal the target, number of hit points equal to 10 times the spell slot's level. Cleric could help a ranger, rogue, fighter, paladin, just about anyone annihilate their enemies. It's awesome. So it is very bonus action hungry. That actually keeps it under control, and that's what keeps it from S tier and solidly in A where we want it. Circle of the Symbiote Druid. So level 3, you're going to get your circle spells. This includes Barkskin, Tangled, Guidance, Plant Growth, Hallucinatory Terrain, and Tree Strike. You're going to notice you only get one spell for each level, which is kind of weird. But you're also going to get Primal Symbiote at level 3 as well, which is going to give you 2 features: Fortify Percentage on Constitution saving throws to maintain concentration. Who needs Warcaster? And you're also going to get Symbiotic Transformation. As a bonus action, you can expend one use of your Wild Shape to allow your symbiote to transform you into like a plant-like creature. So for a minute, you're going to gain a +2 bonus to your AC. You're going to gain temporary hit points 2 plus half your Druid level rounded down at the start of each of your turns. So those temporary hit points actually come back literally every turn. So you're like, that's a little bit, but they regenerate, which is the benefit to them. So you're also going to get level 6 Symbiotic Reflexes, which is you always have the haste spell prepared. It's like your version of getting extra attack. You're also going to have advantage on dex saves, and then, another +2 to your AC. That's pretty good. Okay, level 10 Survival Instincts. While you have the incapacitated condition, you can take the dodge, disengage, or dodge action, and you retain the benefits of the dodge action while you're incapacitated. So you can't act, but you're still not as vulnerable as you should be. Pretty good. 14th level Surge of Sustenance. As a magic action, you can expend a Wild Shape to give yourself or someone else a short rest. I don't think you're the powerhouse of the Wicker Druid. However, you're definitely A tier. Advantage on con saves, advantage on dex saves because of haste, +2 because of haste, another +2 to your AC because of your Wild Shape ability, and you have Barkskin. So you're rocking a 20 AC without a shield. This is really good. A tier. Next up, we have the Hero Fighter. Bolstering Presence, right at level 3. So when you start your turn, no action required. Choose a creature, an ally, within 30 feet of yourself that can see or hear you. They gain temporary hit points, 2d6 plus half your fighter level, rounded down. You can use this feature, and you can use it a number of times per day equal to your charisma modifier. And you gain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. Level 3, you're also going to get Heroic Effort. You can take a reaction at the end of another creature's turn move up to half your speed and make a weapon or unarmed strike against them. Then one of your allies of your choice can do the exact same thing. They just have to be able to see or hear you. Honestly, there's a lot of synergies that already become like a fighter bard or a fighter paladin here. Level 7, you're going to get lead by example. If you're charmed, frightened, poisoned, or poisoned, when you use your heroic effort feature, the condition ends. In addition, you can end the condition on an ally as well. So, then at level 10, you're going to gain Inspiring Presence. Once again, very bardish. When you use your Bolstering Presence feature, each of the chosen creatures gains a bonus to any d20 test and damage rolls equal to your Charisma modifier. Then you're going to get Durable Presence. You now regain all expended uses of your Bolstering Presence when you finish a short rest. Took long enough, but you got it eventually. Level 18, Mighty Effort. When you use your Heroic Effort feature, you can now target up to 2 additional creatures instead of only 1. So I feel like this is what the original Purple Dragon Knight tried to be. Well, original 5e Purple Dragon Knight tried to be. I don't know what the original Purple Dragon Knight tried to be. That's before my time. Anyway, this is like an A-tier fighter as far as fighters go. Actually, no, because you can reaction your own self. And then you get that back on a short rest eventually. Yeah, this is still A-tier. S-tier as far as support. This whole book feels like it's just supporting your allies, and that's awesome. Monk, Warrior of Cosmic Balance. Garden of the Way technique. Once on your turns, when you hit a creature with an unarmed strike as part of your flurry of blows and deal damage to them, so you can't decide to grapple them instead, you can use your Anchoring Strike until the end of your next turn. That creature can't teleport or use any type of extra planar travel. Your allies can't cast Banishment on them, which is just crazy, but stopping teleport, that's like the Monster Slayer's 11th level feature, which is crazy. You're also going to get Banishing Strike, so you can force teleport a creature up to 15 feet to an unoccupied space you can see. So right into, I don't know, lava. You're also going to get Seeker at level 3, so you're always going to have Detect Magic, Comprehend Languages prepared. You can cast these without material components or spell slot. Wisdom is your spellcasting modifier for them, and you can do that once per long rest. Or you can spend 1 focus point, no action required, to use that feature again. Level 6, you're going to get Warden of Harmony. When a creature you see within 60 feet attempts to teleport, you can take the reaction, spend focus point to prevent the teleportation. I mean, you can already kind of do this with your one feature, but now you can do it to another creature also, which is even cooler. Then Cosmic Restoration. As a bonus action, you touch a willing creature, could also be yourself, and they gain one of the following benefits. Dispelling Touch. You end all spells on them, so just dispel magic, but instead of a targeted effect, all of them or one specifically you can choose. And then you also get Purging Touch, which is like a lay on hands. It removes blinded, charmed, deafened, and 1 level exhaustion, also frightened, paralyzed, petrified, poisoned, or stunned. Just removes all conditions, like Greater Restoration. You can use this once per long rest. You can also restore your uses of it by expending 4 focus points. So, I mean, dude, ending Petrified is worth 4 focus points. Especially if you don't have Greater Restoration around. 17th level, Ward of the Profane. Once per turn, you hit a creature with unarmed strike, you can spend 3 focus points to cast Banishment on them. So now you can actually banish creatures. Wisdom's your spellcasting modifier for this. So, honestly, pretty good monk. Really good monk. Ooh, super good monk. I'm thinking S-tier monk? Oath of the Guardian Paladin. So you're going to gain a bunch of abjuration spells, and actually more spells than the Druid, surprisingly. But then you're also going to gain Defensive Intervention. When a creature you see hits another creature within 30 feet of you with an attack roll, you can use a reaction and expend a use of your Channel Divinity to teleport within 30 feet to an unoccupied space of that creature and take the damage instead. You become the target of the attack. Really good to use if somebody just crit your wizard. You can be like, no. Level 3 Marking Strike. It's like taunting. You hit them, you mark them, they have disadvantage to attack anyone but you, and their speed is reduced. They try to move away from you as well. Level 7 Guard and Presence. As a bonus action, you can choose creatures within 5 feet of you up to your charisma modifier. Each of the chosen creatures gains a bonus to their AC. Actually, so sorry, they don't get a bonus to the AC. They can choose to use your AC instead of their own. They have to stay within 5 feet of you, and you can't be incapacitated. You're also going to gain Inspiring Defense. When you take the attack action, or sorry, when you attack as part of an opportunity attack, you can make 2 attacks. In addition, a creature of your choice, who's under the effect of your Guardian Presence, can also make 2 attacks when they take an opportunity attack. If you were on the same team with that Cleric from earlier, you guys are destroying whatever you're facing. Level 15, Ward of the Guardian. When a creature marked by you that you can see reduces an ally to 0 hit points but not killed outright, you can use your reaction to instead make your ally come back, or your ally drop to 1 hit point instead, and immediately the melee attack against the marked creature if it's within reach. And you can do this a number of times equal to your charisma modifier. So, and you gain expended uses when you finish a long rest. Pretty good. Finally, Guardian Angel. Bonus action, lasts for a minute. You gain Bastion, Waking Bastion. Presence becomes a 100-foot emanation. The creatures of your choice within your emanation can choose your AC. Endless Divinity. Each of your turns, if you have no uses of your Channels of Divinity, you can give yourself one. Then you also have Supreme Punishment. You can use your Ward of the Guardian without taking a reaction. Once you use this, you can't do so to the start of your next turn. So, I am going to just say this Paladin's S tier because there's no bad features. As somebody who's playing a Paladin, I've come to actually be kind of a fan of them. Biggest Paladin hater here, becoming a fan. You guys, you saw it here first. Because I'm like, okay, I don't like Paladins when their subclasses are focused on damage. But when they're focused on supporting their allies, like my Redemption Paladin, I think they are amazing at it, and they're really fun to play if you want to be like that support, take the damage person. Like, I just used my in my Curse of Strahd game this past Thursday, I decided to have my Paladin take the firebolt damage from our wizard because we decided to make this. This isn't a spoiler for Curse of Strahd or anything. We are so far into homebrew territory that nothing is canon anymore. We found this skeletal ice wolf, and it is now a pet for the party. And our ranger named it Fenrir. The Trail Warden Ranger. So the only standouts on your ranger list, I think, are Spirit Guardians and Guardian of Faith. Guardian of Faith doesn't require concentration, so it's pretty good. Coordinated Tactics. This is going to give you some teamwork die, or at, I think, a D6, and then go up to a D10. You can use these a variety of ways to do like different maneuvers and stuff, sort of like a Battle Master, but they're teamwork related. So I guess Battle Master meets Bard. But you're a ranger. Anyway, at the start of your turn, you can roll one of these teamwork die and apply them to like whatever benefit, starting with Coordinated Strikes. When another creature you can see hits a target with an attack roll, you can take a reaction and roll one of your teamwork die and add that number to the attack's damage against the target. Then you're also going to get Coordinated Tactics. Okay, at the start of your turns, after you roll a teamwork die, you can choose any number of willing creatures within 60 feet of you that can see you, and each of the chosen creatures can take a reaction, move up to a number of feet equal to 5 times the number rolled, or whichever is lower, because if you roll higher than their movement. They don't provoke opportunity attacks, and they also ignore difficult terrain. You're also going to get Lead the Way at this level, so when you make an ability check that you have expertise in, and you succeed, you can choose another creature within 60 feet of you who gains the benefit equal to a roll of your teamwork die, but it only lasts to the end of the next turn, so I don't know when this feature is actually going to be ususeful. So like if you get expertise in acrobatics, so that because like that's the only thing I can really think of within a turn that you and an ally would probably be doing. Anyway, at level 7, you're gonna gain the ability to like move your allies around. Guardian maneuver until the start of your next turn. The first time an ally takes damage, they can reduce the damage taken by a number rolled equal to your teamwork die. They're also going to gain the benefits of recon maneuver, so when your ally takes a reaction that allows them to move, which there are a lot in this book, they're going to also be able to take a part of that same reaction, take the hide action, and apply a teamwork die to the stealth check. Very good for rogues, or just anyone in this book. 11, you're going to gain coordinate effort. When you roll initiative, you can add your teamwork die to the roll, as long as you're not incapacitated, and you and each ally of your choice, or each ally within 30 feet that can see or hear you gains the bonus to the initiative as well. Group assault, if you take the attack action and you make all your attacks against one target, if your allies attack the same target and they're within 60 feet of you, they're going to get a bonus to the attack and damage rolls equal to your teamwork die. Think of it like all-out attack from Persona 5. So, as far as teamwork goes, this Ranger's got you covered. I love support classes, but this is a sidekick. Besides the Beastmaster and Drake Warden, Rangers typically have a formula of offensive ability, defense, offense, defense. This one doesn't do anything for you. I get the flavor, but this is C tier. Okay, Shadowstalker Rogue. Right at level 3, you're going to need Shadow Reflection. As a magic action, you can expel your shadow from your side and command it command its actions. It appears in unoccupied space within 5 feet of you, and the Shadow Reflection can manipulate objects. It can open and like lock containers. It can retrieve unattended items. It can even pour out vials. As a magic action on later turns or as part of your bonus action when you use your cunning action feature, you can move your shadow up to your speed. They can't attack, activate magic items, or carry more than 10 pounds. Your shadow disappears when it takes damage. Any damage is the target of any effect, or if you have the incapacitated condition, right? So then you gain shadow motes. You can spend these motes to fuel various features. You have a number of them equal to your rogue level. You regain them on a long rest. And the first feature that you have, Shadow Scout. It becomes a familiar. You gain a shadowy familiar, basically. Then you have Shadow Swap. Spend one of your shadow motes to swap places with your shadow. Hexing Shadow immediately after you hit a creature with an attack roll using a weapon, and your Shadow Reflection is within 5 feet of that creature, you can expend one use of your Shadow Mote and immediately become invisible until the end of your next turn. That's really good. Level 9 Shadow Secure. Use your Uncanny Dodge. You can just take 0 damage instead. So remember, Uncanny Dodge is what gives you resistance. Evasion is what gives you 0 damage. This lets you do this once per long rest. Just take 0 damage when you use your Uncanny Dodge. Level 13, you're going to gain Shadow Gate. As a bonus action, when your Shadow Reflection is within 5 feet of you, you can expend 4 motes. Mind you, you are level 13 now, so you'd have 9 left after you do this to cast Dimension Door. True Shadow at level 17. As bonus action, your Shadow Reflection transforms into a second you. Alright? So for 1 hour, your Shadow can actually take the hide action. It can take the attack action. It can actually fully take the utilize action, manipulating objects, however. It has the same game statistics as you do. Any feats, any like ability scores, bonuses, uses for its attack statistics. Last until it's reduced to 0 hit points, which is just like that one attack, same as before. You count as having advantage from if it's within 5 feet of you and the creature you're attacking, and you can use that once per long rest as well. This is like an A tier rogue, honestly. It's just you and your shadow. Oh, guys, this would actually go really well with the one origin feat from the Crooked Moon, where you have like, I think it's the Unreflected or the Reflected Warden, I forget. Anyway, that would pair really well with this, and let's keep going. This is an A tier rogue. The Hungering Dark Sorcerer. Hungering Dark Sorcery. So, couple standout spells here. Shadowed Soul.
You gain dark vision out to 60 feet. If you already have dark vision, it increases by 60 feet. Moreover, you can see through magical darkness, only magical darkness that you created. Then at level 6, Friends to Darkness. When you cast any spells from your innate darkness feature, you can choose a number of creatures up to your charisma modifier, and they can see through that magical darkness. Level 14, Pure Darkness. When you cast any spell from your innate darkness feature, creatures in the area of that darkness, dark vision, blind sight, doesn't matter. They can't see within the area. One with the darkness. On your turn, you have the invisible condition and can't be perceived by true sight or blind sight. Still tremor sense though. Just be up in the air, I guess. And you can teleport to an unoccupied space that you can see. However, you can't have moved beforehand, and your speed is 0 afterwards. So it's almost like the rogue's steady aim. It's kind of like steady aim, which the rogue gets at level 3. There's nothing holding it back from being A, but all of this just screams C tier because it's just mid, I want to say, right? By my standards, there's nothing wrong with this. It's flavorful. It doesn't hinder itself. By my definition, this is an A. However, it feels mid in my heart. It is C in my heart. The A on the table. This is my favorite class out of all of them, just on pure theme alone. And we're going to start with the spell list of the Exalted Assembly of the Feline Court. So first off, your spell list is going to give Feline Affinity. You gain the ability to speak with the world's true nobility. You can cast Speak with Animals without expending a spell slot. 3. Feline Form. Your patron takes pity on you and gives you the ability to adopt a superior, more pleasing form. While in this form, you have retained your personality, memories, the ability... Okay, it's wild shape, guys. You don't get temporary hit points. You literally take the statistics of a house cat. However, you can cast spells. The spells from your feline list. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your charisma modifier until you finish a long rest. Then, at level 6, you're going to gain Vex and Distraction. While in cat form, I have no idea why I keep switching my voice up, guys. But anyway, as a bonus action, while you're in cat form, creature within 5 feet of you that can see and hear you, that target must succeed a wisdom save against your spell save DC or have the following effects. They are either annoyed, the target has disadvantage on all d20 tests until the end of your next turn. They are confound. The target speed is reduced to 0 until the start of your next turn. Till the end of your next turn. They are distracted. A creature of your choice has total cover against the target until the chosen creature's next turn. Total cover is crazy to be able to give out. Anyway, you can use this also a number of times equal to your charisma modifier. All right, we are going on to level 10. 9 lives. 9 lives, which you can expend the following ways. You take 0 damage. If you take damage while you have 0 hit points, you can expend 1 so you don't fail a death saving throw. It keeps going, guys. It's just, you're not dying, okay? If you're hit with power word kill, you can expend 9 lives and say, no, I'm still alive. Level 14, Summon the Couriers. When you take damage from a creature within 60 feet of you, you can take the reaction and call upon the Assembly's Wrath. A horde of hissing spectral cats emerges from the planar firmament and descend upon creatures that damage you. That creature takes 5d10 force damage, and it has the blinded and prone condition to the start of your next turn. Once you use this feature, you can't do so until you finish a long rest, or expend a pack slot. No action required. This is absolutely... Okay, I'm not going to do the pun. This is literally a cat-themed subclass, guys. And in my opinion, this is S tier. I can't say anything else except it's S tier. Not going to lie, guys. When I first read this, I thought it said biomancy, and I was going to say, wait, I just did this one. But no, it's bibliomancy, which means we have another book nerd. And they're gonna get book learning. They're gonna get book learning. If you touch an object containing script for more than a minute, so you basically always have identify, like going at all times, if just by touching stuff, which is cool. Edit spell. Choose a spell in your spellbook, first level or higher. When you prepare it, you give it one of the following benefits. The spell save DC increases by 1. If that spell deals damage, you can change damage type to a different type of damage of your choice. If that spell requires a saving throw, you can change the type of saving throw to an intelligence save. And you can prepare the chosen spell a number of times. Each time you prepare the spell, you can choose a different benefit. And at level 6, you're going to gain Weaver of Words. Know all languages. So not only do you have like identify going at all times, you have like tongues and comprehend languages going at all times too. Customized spell at level 10 lets you pick a spell in your spellbook that has verbal component, requires concentration, and is first level higher. Like there's quite a few. When you prepare that spell, you can name someone, like any of your allies. If that creature is the target of that spell, you can cast the spell without needing to concentrate on it. Level 14, Master of Words. When you prepare spells, pick 2 spells from levels 1 through 5, and you can weave them together, link them together. If you ever played Fable 3 and you could or Fable 2, I forget which Fable. I think it was Fable 3 where you can link your spell gloves together. It's kind of like that. So you can prepare, right? First or fifth level spells, or first to fifth level spells in this way. And so you can link them. So when you cast one of them, you'll cast them together. The total spells can't exceed 6th level because you're still wasting the spell slot. If you pick a third and a second, you're wasting a 5th level spell slot. Well, you're not wasting, but you're going to be casting 2 lower spells simultaneously, which is so cool. This is an S tier wizard. A lot of these subclasses, guys, are very powerful because they promote teamwork, optimal teamwork, which you don't get in normal D&D that much. Because they're promoting teamwork and the way action economy works in D&D, these are very powerful subclasses when in conjunction with each other. If you just take one of these subclasses and stick them with regular classes, they're not going to seem that much more powerful. They'll probably blend in just fine. Like I said, a lot of these subclasses have ways to assist an ally and promote teamwork. So they'll fit in just fine at your tables, guys. Yeah. So thank you for joining me. My name's been Wes Where's the Fun, and this has been all of these subclasses from Cthulhu by Torchlight by Chaosium Games. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want some more. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.